Well, good morning and season's greetings to everyone tuning in. Welcome. My name is Juliana Serrano. My pronouns are she, hers, and I am the Senior Associate for Peace and Justice and the Office for Creative Connections at All Saints Church. This is our Rector's Forum Hour for Joy Sunday, December 13th, and we are glad you are here for the first ever virtual alternative Christmas market. Yes, we have never done this before. And like so many other new things we've done in 2020, this year's market is utilizing technology to allow us to come together and learn about the many wonderful organizations you can give generously to this holiday season, to make gifts for your family members, friends, colleagues, or even yourself. And you can also purchase goods from some of these amazing organizations, just like you might have done in Sweetland Hall during the market. The main difference this year is that each and every purchase will only be a few clicks away. So what we will do for the next hour or so is introduce you to 13 organizations via video. You can follow along and learn more about each organization by accessing the ACM catalog, which is available in the chat box of this Zoom if you're watching via Zoom, and also on the All Saints website, which is www.allsaints-pass.org. The catalog includes hyperlinks to the organization's websites, so you can simply click there and go directly to each organization to make your gift or purchase directly through them. That's right, we are directing you to go straight to the organizations themselves to make your donations. All Saints is not processing any of the transactions for the alternative Christmas market. Also, please know that you can shop all day long or all week long. Your shopping experience is not limited to this hour. So please be sure to access the ACM catalog available in the chat box and also on the All Saints website so you can contribute to these organizations as you are able. I want to take a moment to acknowledge our incredible ACM Co-Chairs who have been such great leaders for the market this year. I am lucky that year after year, I have been able to work with incredible lay leaders on making the market happen. Leah Nelson and Jane Wallace accepted the invitation to lead this effort last year, not knowing what 2020 would have in store for all of us. And for the past several months, they have been working diligently with our wonderful administrative assistant, Debbie Daniels, and our life-saving Zoom event producer, Stuart Rosen, to make sure we have a joyful and generous market. Leah, would you like to say a few words to our audience this morning?
Thank you, Juliana. It will be my pleasure. For those of you who may not know me, my pronouns are she, hers. I love holiday traditions, and for the past 5 years, I've been a dedicated shopper and market volunteer. So of course I was thrilled when I was invited to assume a leadership role for this annual event. And the best part is we already had a blueprint. All we had to do was execute the plan. Piece of cake. As we coasted into summer, however, the pandemic chose a different path for us. And for everyone's health and safety, we had to devise a plan B. Luckily, there are lots of talented folks here at All Saints Church. And I just want to give a personal shout out to Christine Hartman for taking the time to take my phone call and help me crystallize some thoughts. Jane and I both agonized over several different scenarios. And after some trial and error, we decided a virtual market would be the best solution for all of us. To all of you who are participating and watching today, a big thank you for embracing the true joy of Christmas and for helping us make a difference in the lives of others.
Thank you so much, Leah. Jane, would you like to share a few words with our audience this morning?
Yes, I am really excited to be here. I thank everyone for joining, and I especially thank my co-chair, Leah, and also Juliana, Debbie Daniels, and Stu, who really, without this, we could not have done it. As Leah said, we agonized and worked on this all summer. And now, here it is. We're excited that we can, it's time to rejoice and celebrate the true meaning of Christmas by giving and sharing our love with those who most need it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jane. And thanks again to Debbie Daniels and to Stuart Rosen, who are the behind the scenes backbone to our event today. We truly could not have done this without you. And it is such an honor and a pleasure to have worked with all of you on today's program. Without further ado, let's get the alternative Christmas market started. Don't forget to follow along with the ACM catalog available in the chat box, and it's also on the All Saints website. And now join me in welcoming African Team Ministries, Angel Interfaith Network, and Centro de Intercambio y Solidaridad, CIS.
African Team Ministries supports projects in dioceses in East Africa for orphans, for drip irrigation, and mosquito nets. For the orphans, retired Archbishop of Uganda, Livingstone Nkoyoyo, served as Archbishop of the Church of Uganda from 1994 to 2004. Since his retirement, the Archbishop established the Chain Foundation to support an orphanage and to reach out to street children and bring them into the orphanage. More than 100 children are provided for in the orphanage and a larger number in the community. The drip irrigation systems. In drought-stricken areas of Kenya, the rainfall is erratic and often insufficient. The recent drought in Kenya and Somalia caused more than 260,000 people to die from hunger. A simple and inexpensive drip irrigation system can bring relief and hope to thousands of people who are suffering from drought in Kenya. It can also provide a long-term solution to the ongoing problem of hunger, as it enables families to grow crops all year round instead of only when it rains. Christmas gifts of mosquito nets. Bishop Wellington Sanga completed the distribution of 560 nets. Bishop Sanga is providing insecticide-treated bed nets to people in his community. The first priority is to provide them to children and pregnant women to prevent malaria infections and death. The sad and staggering fact is that in Africa every year, over 700,000 children die needlessly from this completely preventable disease.
Hello, my name is Reverend Elizabeth Gibbs Zender, and I am a chaplain at LAC USC Medical Center, and I also serve on the Leadership Council for Angel Interfaith Network. Angel Interfaith was started over 30 years ago by two Presbyterian chaplains, Reverend Ann Mills and Reverend Santos Ramos, in order to bring the faith community of Los Angeles to the side of patients and their families who are in need. I'd like to introduce you to the newest member of the Angel Interfaith family, Maria Salazar.
Thank you.
And Maria, I'm wondering if you could share a story about a patient that's recently been helped by Angel Interfaith.
Yes, we recently had a request for assistance. There was a family in need. One of the family members had been hospitalized as a result of a carjacking. At the time, the father was unemployed, in dire financial stress, and so through the referral, Angel Interfaith was able to provide them with rental assistance, financial assistance with past due utilities, and also food cards to provide the family with food.
Wow. Really providing some
Yes,
help
yes.
in a moment of need,
Yes,
it sounds like.
It was a real blessing.
I know for myself, I hear these stories and I always wonder, like, what can I do? What can I do that would be of help and would really go to somebody who is suffering these days?
Yes, well, you can help by providing a donation that would assist us in providing food cards. So your donation of $10 would provide a food card for a family. A donation of $45 would provide a case of Ensure. Your donation of $100 would provide rental assistance, and a donation of $150 would provide a car seat for a newborn child.
Wow, those are some real practical ways.
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, thank you in advance, good people of Los Angeles. We are grateful for your partnership and your support.
Thank you.
Welcome back, friends. And for those of you who are now just joining us, this is the 2020 Virtual Alternative Christmas Market. We just learned about 3 great organizations: African Teen Ministries, Angel Interfaith Network, and Centro de Intercambio y Solidaridad, CIS. Hopefully you are feeling inspired to give generously to these organizations, and you can do so by visiting their websites directly and making gifts there. I know your kindness will make a big difference. At this time, I would like to invite a special guest to join me to talk a little bit more about CIS. Please join me in welcoming Rosa Santana. Hi, Rosa.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Thank you for inviting me here. Hi.
Oh, good morning, Rosa. It's so good to see you and to have you part of the Virtual Alternative Christmas Market. Thank you for joining us. Rosa, I was thinking about you as I watched that CIS video. And I know that several years ago, you were part of an All Saints Church transformational journey to El Salvador. And you were able to get to know our on-the-ground partner there for that TJ, and that is CIS. Can you tell us about your experience working with CIS in El Salvador? And in particular, I know that you met several of the students that are recipients of scholarships there. What can you tell our audience about CIS and this scholarship program and your experience there?
Yes, so good morning, everyone. Yes, CEAS is roughly translated to the Center for Interchange and Solidarity. And it is an impressive nonprofit. So I was actually down in El Salvador to serve as an election observer for CEAS, through CEAS. And I was there in the 2018 midterm elections. So you're there and you volunteer, you make sure everything in terms of its electoral process is independent, it's promoting democracy, it's allowing the voter to have a voice. It was such an amazing experience. I went back in 2019 and I saw got to witness again as an election observer, the historical presidential run of Nayib Bukele, who became that country's first president from a third party. So it broke and shattered that country's dominance of a two-party system. And that's significant because again, it advances democracy. While I was there, all of us, there's an international team of election observers who go to El Salvador through CEAS. And all of us on our international team got to meet with local students who have benefited from CEAS scholarships. So I've met hundreds of really just, well, maybe not hundreds at that time, but I met, I would say between 30 to 50 CEAS scholarship recipients. And you really get to see the wide breadth, the wide influence CEAS has had. I heard from students who are in junior high, high school, college, and they have wonderful stories of hope and inspiration and just wanting to make a difference in the world by becoming doctors, nurses, teachers, journalists, even politicians. So I don't know if so many of quite a number of you know about El Salvador's history, but it did go through, I believe in the 1980s, a really violent civil rights or civil war. It endured a very violent civil war. And to see the youth now speaking excitedly about becoming journalists, about joining the government, about becoming medical doctors and seeing such promise in their eyes is amazing. So you realize that by contributing to CEAS, you are not only helping a youth, but you're helping that whole community in which that youth lives. You're helping a neighborhood, you're helping uplift a community. So your small contribution is not small because you really are building up a nation. With each child, through each individual, through each youth, you are making a difference in El Salvador's future. And I just can't tell you enough, underscore enough how grateful these youth are for your support. They know that All Saints has been supporting CEAS for a number of years and they're very grateful. So I hope you can make a difference by making a difference in the youth's life, by making a difference in the lives of these young people in El Salvador, by considering a contribution for CEAS. All right,
Thank you, Rosa. That is so impactful. I mean, I know that not only do these scholarships make a difference in the lives of these young persons, but I know that even your visit with them has made a difference in your own personal life. And I love that reciprocity. We have had a long-standing relationship with CEAS over the years. And in that little video presentation, you probably recognize so many faces because there's so many All Saints people. And now, Rosa, you get to be part of that family. And we encourage other folks to be part of that CEAS family as well. So thank you for taking the time to be with us. I know it will motivate lots of people to give generously. So with that, let us continue on with our alternative Christmas market. Remember that you can access the market catalog through the chat box, and it is also available on the All Saints website. You can shop now or later in the day, or even tomorrow and the day after by directly visiting the links to these organizations' websites. And now, join me in welcoming the Climate Change Task Force, 5 Acres, the Foster Care Project, and Friends Indeed.
This year, the All Saints Climate Task Force is offering the opportunity to purchase carbon offsets at the All Saints Alternate Christmas Market. The task force has selected 3 projects through the United Nations Carbon Offset Platform. The first project is an efficient cook stove program in Kenya. The stoves provide the families with a cleaner, cheaper, and easier way of cooking. The improved stoves reduce indoor air pollution and reduce cooking and wood collection time, allowing more time for other household tasks such as schooling and supervising children. A contribution of $10 to this project removes 1 metric ton of CO2 from the atmosphere. The second project is a solar water heating program in India. This program distributes solar water heaters to people in India who would otherwise use electricity for water heating. A contribution of $12.50 to this project removes 1 metric ton of CO2 from the atmosphere. The third project turns rice husks into electricity in Cambodia. Electricity generated from the biomass power plant supplies a rice mill that, in absence of the project activity, uses diesel oil. The project also provides surplus electricity to neighboring factories and communities. A contribution of $3.50 to this project removes 1 metric ton of CO2 from the atmosphere. To create a carbon offset gift for a friend, a loved one, a co-worker, or even yourself, follow the link in the ACM gift catalog. Choose the project or projects you want to support. Tell us the number of gifts you'd like to create for each project. You can specify different amounts for different people. $5 for Uncle Joe, $100 for Aunt Mary. Any amount is fine. We will supply you with a gift certificate that describes the project and the number of tons of carbon your contribution has eliminated from the atmosphere. We'll do the math. For more information about these projects, please go to the climate change link in the ACM catalog. Thank you.
My name is My name is Freeze Man. My job is to freeze bad people that rob the bank and take them to jail.
What would it look like if you were going to do your power?
Wow. I'm really fast. I could go all the way there to here.
Can you both tell me your names?
Kayla.
And I'm Mariana.
My name is Joanna. My name is Jonathan, and we're twins. My name is Jacob Nolastis.
Is that your superpower?
No.
If you could be a superhero, what kind of superhero would you be?
A healing superhero.
What would her name be?
Mrs. Healing.
What kind of costume would she have?
A prom dress.
A prom dress?
What would be your superhero name?
Dash Angry Birds. My superhero name is the Cheetah Boy.
My superpower name is Miss Invisible.
My superpower name is Invisible Kayla. My superpower name is Super Flying Cheetah. My superhero name is Flash.
I would have the power of invisibility. Like, you could be in like a room and like no one know you're there, and it's just like they're like, oh, she's not in here, so like let's go. Cause like at my house it's kind of packed, so like there's really no quiet place. Like you could go to your room and stuff, but it's still like not that much quiet. So yeah.
I would jump over the house.
You would jump over the house just for fun?
My superpower is fast speed. My superpower is flying. My superhero power is going super fast.
Oh, look at the wound is healing right away.
If I had superpower, I would help my family. It's like if any bullies are trying to bully you, I'll just stand up for him and say, hey guys, stop it. I'll make them so dizzy that they'll faint.
Help anybody close to you?
Yeah.
Like who?
Like somebody falling.
Like somebody falling? What would you do?
Catch them.
What would you do to save all those people?
I would just lift the airplane up and then land it on the closest mountain.
How would you help me?
I want to be a veterinarian when I grow up, so I want to help animals.
Why did we give these kids superpowers? Because that's what 5 Acres really does. They take these kids and they give them what they need to achieve their dreams. Also, having superpowers is really cool.
He's flying. Whoa, that was fast.
The 5 Acres community brings kids together in a safe place where they can learn and grow and heal. There's nothing like seeing these kids smile. We spent the day with these kids, but the fact is, we didn't make them heroes. They were heroes before. You will never experience anything like being there for these kids. And with your contribution, you can be a hero too.
We don't think of ourselves as being one step away from foster care when we're growing up. We always think our parents are always going to be there, but it only takes a minute for you to be in foster care.
Foster Care Project's a ministry of All Saints Church. It provides resources and services to children and youth living in foster care.
15 years ago, Gail and I spent a year visiting different agencies, talking with people, and then we had a meeting where there was a young woman who had been in foster care. Her mother died when she was 14. She had no contact with anyone except the people who were hired to take care of her. But in this conversation, she said to us, you know, the state is our parents, and we don't think you've been very good parents. So we decided at that time, let's see what we can do. These kids are our responsibility, and that we can be better parents.
When we were putting together what we wanted to accomplish, we didn't want to duplicate any services that were already being provided. We wanted to fill in the gaps, the places that other agencies couldn't do. So we offer many services: birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, back-to-school shopping spree, an art show, a family visitation program, diapers and formulas, and volunteers for agencies. It's those things that we want to be able to do. 4 years ago, we began with one site. Since then, we've expanded to 7 sites. That's why we need more volunteers.
I have been involved in many volunteer activities throughout my life, and I can say that this has been the single most satisfying volunteer experience that I have either witnessed or personally experienced in my life.
Your gift to the Foster Care Project of All Saints Church will help many children living in foster care and their families. Here are just a few. 7-year-old Cindy wishes for a Disney doll and purse. Sam and Jamie, ages 9 and 6, both wish for Lego sets. Both children love jigsaw puzzles. Adam, who is 15, wishes for video games or gift cards to purchase games, while Rose, age 13, wishes for art materials, including a big box of felt pens. 4-year-old Anna wishes for a doll with lots of outfits, especially pink ones. 5-year-old Marty hopes Santa will bring him toy trucks and buses, while Valerie, age 3, wishes for a baby doll wearing a pink or flowered dress. Alan, who is 5, would love 2 roaring raptors. Michael, age 2, wishes for a stack of building blocks, and Jorge, who is 1, would love a push car or truck. Alice, age 1, would love a gift certificate so her foster parents can buy Alice picture books and music for her crib. Your gift will help these children and many, many more. Please be as generous as you can this holiday season.
Keep in mind, foster children are our children.
Our motto is foster kids are our kids.
Foster kids?
Foster kids.
Foster kids are our kids.
Our kids.
Our kids.
Are our kids.
Foster kids are our kids.
Hi, everyone. I'm Rabbi Joshua Levine Grader, an Executive Director of Friends Indeed. We are so grateful for the All Saints Church community and all that you do to support us, and we appreciate the opportunity to be a part again of the alternative Christmas market. Just to remind you and tell you what we're doing these days. So we operate a food pantry, and we're serving about 400 households a week. And during COVID now, we have folks outside as opposed to coming inside to do their shopping. So we're doing our best to provide as much healthy and variety of food. So we're grateful for our partners and community resources, particularly the LA Regional Food Bank. And so we're helping those folks with food 3 times a week. We are running our women's room. It's smaller these days because of COVID, but we have ladies coming in for a shower, for laundry, for meals, and for community. A lot of documentaries, a lot of TV, a lot of music videos, doing some art and some case management, but mostly being together and having the opportunity to be in some refuge during the day. Our street outreach team has been primarily working with folks who are in the Project Room Key motels and offering them case management and working to house them either in bridge or permanent housing, which we have been successful with, and as well as starting to go back out on the street and to offer supplies and connection and hopefully bringing folks who are chronically homeless into some services as best we can. And our homeless prevention program, this is where we provide short and medium-term rental assistance to help people from being evicted. You may have heard about the COVID eviction moratorium, which has been very helpful to folks. However, that is going to come to an end, and those folks who have been able to take advantage of the moratorium are going to owe that rent in arrears. As well as folks who have been served eviction notices unrelated to COVID. We're still helping those people out as well. And unfortunately, due to COVID and safety precautions, we're unfortunately not able to open our bad weather shelter this season, which we are really, really disappointed and upset about. But with the pandemic, it just didn't provide a safe opportunity. So we are grateful for all of those who want to volunteer and to contribute. You can go to our website, friendsindeedpas.org, friendsindeedpas.org, and you can see toiletry kit options for the women's room, food drives for the pantry, obviously cash, financial donations for our other programs. And we are grateful and wishing you Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, and please stay safe and healthy. And thank you so much from all of us here at Friends Indeed.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2020 Virtual Alternative Christmas Market. We just learned about 2 amazing local organizations, 5 Acres and Friends Indeed, as well as 2 incredibly active and dynamic ministries of All Saints Church, the Climate Change Task Force and Foster Care Project. I would like to invite another special guest to join me to talk about both the Foster Care Project and Friends Indeed. So please join me in welcoming Rosemary Hyde. Hi, Rosemary.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Hello, everybody.
It's so good to see you, Rosemary. Thank you for joining the market this year. I was hoping you would chat with us because I know you have been a faithful volunteer with both the Foster Care Project and Friends Indeed, specifically the Women's Room program at Friends Indeed. Can you tell us a little bit about your volunteer work and what these organizations mean to you?
Yes. Well, first of all, I feel incredibly lucky and rewarded and a lot of passion for both of these programs. The Women's Room, I volunteered for about 10 years. I'm not currently volunteering. And the Foster Care Project, I'm currently involved in. There's some similarities between the 2 programs. They both deal with basic needs. In the Women's Room, to be clean, to have clean clothes, and into both programs, the need for shelter, for food, and for the sense of community and support. So in the women's room, I was particularly taken with the stories of the women. I felt humbled by how they had survived. I also felt the way the women are dealt with are amazing. They are known as the guests, and it's so important for us all to have respect in our lives. And I often wondered, how would I survive on the street? Not very well. In the foster care program, which I'm currently involved in, some of you may associate that, first of all, with the art show in the spring, the shopping spree in the early summer, and the Thanksgiving baskets. But foster care program is alive and well every day of the year. And I'm more involved in the part where we work more directly with the Department of Children and Family Services and with the families that are greatly in need. In particular, within that group at the moment are of concern are the transitional youth, which we have been able with the families to stay involved with during the pandemic. And the transitional youth are those children or youth that are between the ages of 16 and 21. And they may have grown up in foster homes, in group homes or private foster homes, and do not have the support of their family in any way or any kind of support. And I think we can all imagine what it was like to be 18 and to have no support. I can only imagine how I would have dealt with that at 18 years of age, and it would have been not good. So these young people are dealing with a lot of issues. They may be in university, they may be on the street, but they are dealing with a lot of food issues, a lot of food insecurity, the need to have more food or some food, the need to have shelter, the need to have at times perhaps a Chromebook to continue their studies, the need to have just those new jeans or sweatpants to go to school or just to be warm. So there's enormous need in that group, as well as there's really in all the families. So we work directly with the DCFS social workers, 3 in particular, who are then able to feel freer to connect and help those young people. And so I feel incredibly lucky to be involved in these programs and every day say thank you for not being homeless or being a foster child who was then left at 18 to be helping and trying to survive. So to all our donors in the past, thank you. And to all the donors in the future, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because we do need help in every way. And it's wonderful to volunteer. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary. That's so inspiring, and I appreciate hearing from you and learning that, you know, even during this pandemic, the work continues with these organizations, and your support, your help is needed more than ever before. So thank you for taking time to be part of our virtual market, Rosemary, and for all the volunteer work that you do. We really are grateful. Let us continue on with the Alternative Christmas Market. Remember, you can learn more about these organizations and you can give generously to them this holiday season. You can access the market catalog through the chat box, and it is also available on the All Saints website. You can shop now or later in the day, even tomorrow or the day after, by directly visiting the links to these organizations' websites that are available in the catalog. They're hyperlinks, so you just have to click and then the organization's website will open up. So now, join me in welcoming a few additional organizations for the Alternative Christmas Market 2020, Get on the Bus, Homeboy Industries, and Middle East Ministry.
You know, I've worked with gang members for 35 years. I've never met a bad person. Never. I've met really traumatized, damaged, some mentally ill, some hugely despondent people. I've never met somebody bad. And you would think I would have after 35 years. Well, I think that's the essential goodness of everybody. And you watch people as they become that truth and inhabit that truth. And that's life-changing. The message that Homeboy announces kind of works on two tiers. One is for the gang member, you know, about here's a place where you're going to experience in a palpable way being cherished. And if a traumatized person traumatizes people, then a cherished person is going to encounter the real joy there is in cherishing somebody else. So it happens at that level. It also announces to society, what if we were to invest in people rather than just try to demonize and incarcerate our way out of problems? And then at some other level, I always say that we're inviting the world to kind of reimagine themselves, that, you know, that we are the front porch of the house everybody longs to live in. The people have been discarded and who don't count. Here they count. Everybody's valuable. We can't live without you. That's how it gets announced. We don't allow that language around here that says, you know, I'm a bad person, I need to become a good person. Because we know that that's not very sophisticated. And it doesn't capture the truth of who people really are. The truth is there, it's unshakable. Now how do we get access? How do we have a clear pathway to your own goodness? There was a guy in my office today crying because for the first time in his life, he cared about his life. His kid, he had a job, he has a wife, he has a home. You're alive, and you're invested in your own life now and in the people you love. And that never happened before. Every single one of our sisters and brothers here goes home and they're parenting in a way that they never were parented. Because they know the truth of who they are. They learned it here. They found transformation here. And that the impact that has on their own kids, that they're just never going to kind of fall into the trap that they all experienced growing up. Here's the thing. We need people to invest in this place. An investment in the men and women here just opens the world up to this whole other possibility. And nobody regrets investing in Homeboy Industries because it's a good bet.
Hello, my name is Randy Hein Lamb. The Middle East Ministry advocates for justice, peace, and reconciliation between Israel and Palestine. We also seek to educate our community by sponsoring speakers, films, and other presentations on the Middle East. We are pleased to offer you this opportunity to support a worthy organization and purchase fair trade products from Palestine. This year we've chosen the Palestine Heirloom Seed Library. Founded in 2014 by former All Saints staff member Vivian Sansour, the library and its traveling kitchen project preserve threatened seed varieties, promote traditional Palestinian farming practices, and support the cultural identities associated with them. Based in the UNESCO World Heritage Village of Batir near Bethlehem, the library also provides a space for artists, poets, writers, journalists, and others to showcase and promote their talents. Your gift will support Vivian's efforts to identify, preserve, and propagate heirloom seed varieties in Palestine. Email us at allsaintsmem@yahoo.com to request holiday gift cards and discuss donation payment options. For those seeking to make a purchase, we've secured a supply of Zaytun extra virgin olive oil and Za'atar herb mix. Zaytun's popular 100% pure olive oil soap has also returned. Zaytun olive oil from Palestine is a delicate, full-bodied olive oil with a sweet, smooth taste and a peppery finish. Grown on ancient terraced hills, this is the world's first fair trade olive oil. Perfect for dressings, marinades, and sautéing vegetables or meats, 750 milliliter bottles of Zaytoon extra virgin olive oil are still only $20. 500 milliliter bottles, which are also certified as organic, are $15. Zaytoon's Za'atar herb mix, produced from wild thyme and ground sumac, mixed with toasted sesame seeds and a hint of sea salt. A culinary sensation with intense flavor, you can add za'atar to salad dressings and marinades, to garnish soups, breads, and pizza, or with olive oil for dipping. A 5.3-ounce bag is only $5. The much-loved Palestinian olive oil soap is back. Zaytoon's 100% pure olive oil soap feels like silk, softens and cleanses, and is free of scents and chemicals. Each 110-gram bar is $5. We take no profit from these sales. All proceeds beyond the fair trade price paid to the farmers and shipping costs will benefit the Palestine Heirloom Seed Library. Email zaytoonla@gmail.com to place your order and learn about payment and delivery options. Thanks.
Welcome back, friends. And for those of you who are now just joining us, this is the 2020 Virtual Alternative Christmas Market. We just learned about 3 inspiring organizations: Get on the Bus, Homeboy Industries, and the Middle East Ministry. You can learn more about these organizations and how to be in direct contact with them to make a donation or a purchase by accessing the ACM catalog via the chat box, or available on the All Saints website, which is www.allsaints-pass.org. I would like to invite Jane Wallace to come back and chat with me a little bit about the olive oil sales of the Middle East Ministry. They offer it each year at the ACM. They are doing it this year, even in our virtual alternative Christmas market. So welcome back, Jane.
Hello. Hi.
I know that part of your connection, Jane, to the ACM each year is not only about volunteering, but you are also a frequent shopper. So tell us about your passion for olive oil.
I love shopping at this market at ACM, and this is one of the products I really love. So during the pandemic this summer, I did a lot of cooking because I had a lot of time. So I used it all up. So a friend of mine generously loaned her bottle of Zaytoon olive oil to me. So I got to use it, but I will give it back to her. Anyway, I love it because of its flavor. I love cooking with it. I also love the spices that come. Also, you can order. And I bought some very nice dipping plates or dipping sauce dishes. So with that, I feel I'm doing my part to help support the organization, which does promote peace, justice, and reconciliation with Palestine and Israel. It makes me feel good, and it really tastes good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Jane. That's so sweet. I absolutely love it. And we encourage all of you out there to be just like Jane and stock up on your olive oil now. So take advantage of that opportunity. So now more to come with our virtual alternative Christmas market. I hope you are following along with our catalog. Remember that you can donate directly to these organizations we are featuring this morning in the market. All Saints is not processing any of the financial transactions. Instead, we ask you to utilize the email addresses and the web links available in the catalog to contact the organization of your choice and make that donation or that fabulous product purchase. Now, let us learn about the last of our fantastic organizational vendors for the market this year: Peace Sisters, 10,000 Villages, and Young and Healthy.
Hi everyone, my name is Tina Kampor, President and founder of Peace Sisters. Peace Sisters is a non-profit organization based in Togo, West Africa. We have a board in the US. The organization takes care of girls underprivileged to go to school, and the girls are anywhere from 11 years to 22 years. So they're in middle school, high school, college, university. Education is the best. Education is something they will never take away from you. And I think if the girls have good education, solid, they will change the city. They will change their own family. They will change, their life will change. So I just have to thank all of you who are supporting us. We provide the girls all the school supplies, tuition, and we also started helping them with their birth certificate so they can get the ID card for the university. Some of you may think birth certificate, what is that has to do? Yes, a birth certificate is a big deal in Togo. It requires a lot of energy and money to have. Mostly the girls were born home, so they don't have clear record. So we're helping them now so we can process the ID for them. With the ID, they will be allowed to get into university. We have 456 girls, and as we speak, we have 6 at university. And I believe by December, we will have more because they just finished the baccalaureate in Togo. Besides their ID for school, the next biggest challenge is with the COVID. With the COVID, the girls were home, they were sent home, but they don't have a clear system like internet to communicate with the teachers. So we are now struggling to see how we can get some textbooks for the girl to be able to study at home or be able to gather in a place where we can call a library to get their homework done. So we have a lot of challenge to face this year, and little by little, I believe with your help, we will be able to still keep them in school. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mary Donnelly Crocker and I'm the Executive Director of Young and Healthy. Merry Christmas. So sorry we can't be together this year. We really do miss seeing everyone. As you prepare to celebrate this holiday season, I ask that you take a moment to remember the children in Pasadena who depend on all of us, the children of the working poor. The needs for our young and healthy kids continue. Kids still have toothaches and they need glasses and medicine. The children of the working poor are hit hard at times like this, and we hope that you will help us provide tangible help, support, care, and comfort. Be well all, and Merry Christmas.
Wow, wow, wow. Welcome back to the Alternative Christmas Market, everyone. We just finished seeing beautiful video messages from Peace Sisters, 10,000 Villages, and Young and Healthy. We hope you are feeling motivated to make a donation to one or more of these organizations as a gift in honor of someone you know and love. Again, you can get the links to contact the organizations directly by clicking on the ACM catalog. I want to stress your shopping time is not limited to the duration of this virtual market. You can give and make product purchases after our time here is complete and for the days to come. Though if you need and want products to arrive by Christmas, you should probably order soon. If you are feeling overwhelmed and need some time to think through your gift making, you can certainly take that time. We wanted to do today is to provide a space, an opportunity for you to see and hear and learn from some of our community's most beloved alternative Christmas market vendors and facilitate a way by which you can connect with them. I hope we have been successful in doing so this morning. Thank you everyone for attending. We wish you all a safe and joyful holiday season. Please take good care. And now I encourage you to visit the All Saints website and the live stream pages to either connect to our pre-worship meditation with Monique Thomas today. You can also log in preparation for our 11:15 service, which will start just in a matter of minutes. And you can stay logged onto the Zoom for Children's Chapel with Kelly Aaron O'Phelan. So thank you again for joining the 2020 Alternative Christmas Market. This video will be available in the coming days, so you can revisit it if you like. Continue to shop and give generously to these wonderful organizations, and God bless.